Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. We've got tiers 1 and 2 completed, as well as phase 1 of the space elevator. In this episode, we're going to add to our starter factory with some modular frame production and some copper plate production. We're going to finish tier 3, and we're going to set up our first coal power setup. With that being said, let's get going in today's episode. Well, here we are, looking over our starter factory, and we're going to do a couple things today to add to it. We're going to add our modular frames, and we're going to add our starter copper plates to this one, because we're going to need those when it comes time to do coal power and steel production. So first things first is we're going to get going on our modular frame production, and I think we're going to build that right over here in this area. We'll build out some more foundations and make some room for our modular frame production. All right, here we go. I built some foundations out here, and the plan is to have ingots produced over here, our basic components for modular frames here, and then our assemblers will be over here, and then we'll send them out right through here to be stored over there. Then later on, we'll be able to expand our copper production along this way. And then we'll send that out that way as well to put into another container. So let's go ahead and build out some smelters here and get going. There we go. 8 smelters making 240 ingots per minute. So now I need to go ahead and build out some constructors so that we can get some iron rods, iron plates, and screws going. Alright, these 7 constructors are going to be making iron rods, which are going to be split between our actual modular frame production and our screw production for our reinforced iron plates. So I'm going to split and run down 1 for screws, and I'm going to run down 1 for modular frames. Let's go ahead and build out more constructors. Okay, well, our constructors are built for our modular frame production. These 7 constructors are going to be making 105 rods per minute coming down here on a Mark II belt. Going into these 5 constructors, which are going to be making 180 screws per minute. 60 are going to come out here. 120 are going to come out here. And then these 5 constructors are going to be making iron plates, which come out right there. So the iron plates and screws will be coming out going into 3 assemblers making reinforced iron plates, and then the reinforced iron plates and the leftover rods are going to be going down into 5 modular frame assemblers. So let's go ahead and build that out. I'll see you guys when it's done. All right, so I got this all belted up. So I've got 60 screws coming in here, just going into this one because that's what that one's going to use. And then I have 120 coming in right here. And that's going to be split between those two. And then our iron plates are coming in and just manifolding throughout all three. So I wanted to show you guys how I do this real quick. So for these conveyor lifts, if you just grab a conveyor lift, it will go up 3. So that's the equivalent of 1 on the base to 3. So if you grab a conveyor lift, that's kind of the standard height for a conveyor lift. However, if you grab your conveyor lift and you use nudge and you line it up directly with the conveyor pole, then it automatically snaps and it only goes up 1. So if you want to make them look nice and neat, then you can do that. You just have to make sure you use nudge and then it snaps right to it. So hopefully that helps you guys if you guys want to use lifts to make things look a little cleaner. So let's go ahead and get these reinforced iron plates and rods into 5 more assemblers, which are going to be making our modular frames. All right, there we go. There's our 5 assemblers making modular frames. So I've got 60 rods coming in, splitting out both directions. And then I've got our 15 reinforced iron plates coming in, splitting out both directions. So let's go ahead and I'll figure out a way to route that over there, and then we'll get started on copper plates. All right, well, our modular frame production is done. And I've got them routed through here, going into their own container right there. And then I might have to move these out a little bit, but we'll figure that out later. Now I need to do our copper sheet production, which is just going to be a couple of constructors right here and some smelters. And while I was at it, I duplicated our biomass generators because we were running into some power issues. So we were getting really close to the top, so I just duplicated this, gave each their own dedicated constructor making solid biofuel, because once we get our copper sheets done, then we are going to first unlock all of tier 3, and then we are going to do our first coal power setup. So let's go ahead and build out a couple constructors making copper sheets. I'll get them routed in, and then we'll start unlocking tier 3. So let's get that done and I'll see you guys in a bit. And copper plate production's done. I moved these containers over to give me room for belt work. And I actually discovered that I was producing 120 copper ingots, so I got rid of the smelters and just manifolded it out and overclocked my miner over there. So now I have most of the basic components I need, and we have over here on our to-do list, we have got our copper plates. Now it's time to finish tier 3 and get started on our first coal power setup. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's see what we need for finishing up tier 3. Well, I'm pretty sure we have all that, so I'm gonna fill all these up and send them off. All right, we're all filled up. Let's go ahead and send them off. So while we're sending that off, let's go ahead and check out our hard drive that I totally forgot about. Fine concrete, bolted frame. Ooh, I have the option to rescan. It's okay. Let's just pick one. Bolted frame. Yeah, let's do bolted frame. And let's go grab that other hard drive. Oh, I got 3 other hard drives. we'll start scanning that one. Wait 10 minutes. By the time our pod gets back, we'll send that off again, and I'll meet you guys back here at the M.A.M after we've sent off tier 3, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Tier 3 is done now. Alright, so let's scout out a place for our coal power plant, which should be some coal over here. I know from past experience anyway. Wait. There's coal over here? What? Impure, impure, normal, normal. Here. Okay, so there's a lot of coal over here. This must be new. So they must have just put some over here. I like the pure nodes over here. So it's kind of where I traditionally set up a coal power plant. So maybe I'll use that for my steel production and use that for my coal production. Cool. Well, let's gather some resources and get enough to make some coal generators, some belts, and we'll go scout out a place and get our coal plant set up. Our hard drive is completed. Let's see, wet concrete, cast screw. Oh, thank goodness. I love my cast screws. Let's research our deuterium here. So we can make some ingots. Looks like we need to get some quick wire because I know smart splitters are in here somewhere. So we'll work on that later. For now, let's go ahead and scan another hard drive for 10 minutes. Let's gather some materials and hopefully we have enough to go build our first coal power setup. I built a tractor. I loaded it with some resources. I got me all set up with some resources. And we're going to go over there. And before we go, we're gonna see what we got. A molded steel pipe, charcoal. That's funny. No, I'm gonna go with molded steel pipe. And I think I have one more hard drive. Scan that and let's head on over there to see about building our first coal setup. I'll meet you guys over there. All right, well, we got some coal nodes here. And we've got normal, 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 normal. I think to minimize how much of each resource, I'm going to build out my platforms probably right here. Yeah, I'll build it out right here. I'll pipe water in from over there, coal from over there. Yeah, we'll start building out some platforms and placing down some coal generators. And I'll show you guys how we're going to hook them all up. Okay, pioneers, I have built out some foundations, just a few. I have placed 4 miners down. So I have a total of 240 coal coming in. I'm going to have 18 coal generators out here. I'm going to have 9 on one side, 9 on the other. In the future, I can either overclock these or I can upgrade them to Mark II miners. And I can basically take my current coal plant and duplicate it by 2. So I'm going to place a few generators out and I'm going to show you guys kind of the plan. And then we'll just duplicate that. So this is one section, and basically we will have Mark II belts manifolding out, so each belt will actually fill 9 generators. So I'm going to do this on both sides. And then we're going to duplicate this on the other side. So there'll be 9 generators on one side and 9 generators on this side. And then the water will come in the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and build these out, and then I will show you guys how we're going to get this puppy started up. All right, we've got it all hooked up, and I'll briefly go over what we got going on. So we have 9 generators on one side, 9 generators on the other side, and each set of 3 generators is going to use a pipe of 120 water, and each generator is going to be set to an underclock of 88.888%, which means each generator is going to use 40 cubic meters per minute of water, which balances out perfect with the 120 that each water extractor makes. Now each generator is going to be using 13.3333 coal per minute, which if you multiply that out by 9 on one side, then that will be 120 coal. Same with the other side. That's why I have 2 belts coming in. So it all works out. Last thing we need to do is hook up everything to power and then run some power back to our starter factory and get this puppy up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and hook everything up, and I'll meet you guys back here. All right, I ran a power cable all the way over there. So let's follow it back, and we'll make sure everything's all hooked up and working properly, and we'll see how much power we got out of it. So there you see, we've got 13.33 coal per minute. We're using 4 water. So we just gotta wait for our water to finally get caught up, and we'll start watching this production capacity go way up. So let me get that all balanced out for a minute, and then I'll see you guys when we have a decent power curve. Well, there we go. We've got coal power. Now check this out. I was turning them all on, let them all filled up, and look at that. We have, with our biofuel, we have 2040 megawatts of power. So I think with that, we can definitely say our first coal power setup is done. Let's go back to the hub and enjoy all of our good juicy power. We're going to go ahead and shut down our biofuel production. We'll use that as a backup power in case we blow a fuse. Now that we're on automated power, we don't have to go gathering any wood and leaves anymore. Let's get in our tractor here, and I'll see you back at the hub. All right, we're back to our starter factory here, and I found some stuff when I was out. Went ahead and got some leaves and some wood while I was out. Also gathered some more resources. So I found a bunch more Caterium. I just placed a miner down on it. Celia killed some animals. Found a Mercer sphere. Found a couple power slugs. I think our M.A.M is done. Oh, let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Fused quick wire. I actually really like that recipe. Basic iron ingot. A little bit of limestone. I think I'm gonna go with fused quick wire. Okay, let's unlock quick wire so we can do the zip line. This is still locked. I know they're down here somewhere. We definitely want smart splitters. Okay, well, let's see here. Mycelia, fabric. I know that gets us the parachute eventually. Maybe we should go for the parachute. Actually, we have a bunch of stuff, so let's go ahead and grab all of our interesting things that we've got. And let's see what we can unlock here. I know we want the blade runners, so we need silica. Let's see if we have enough to make some silica. And grab some modular frames and we'll get that puppy unlocked so we can move faster and jump higher. There we go. Blade runners are done. Let's unlock quartz crystal. Got the zip line. That'll be nice. We can go a little bit faster. AI limiters.
New Caterium research options.
That's definitely what we want. We want AI limiters so that we can get the smart splitter. Celia, we definitely want fabric. Cool. We could do the parachute now. Let's make some fabric so we can get a parachute unlocked. Alright, well, we researched a bunch of stuff in the M.A.M. We've unlocked tier 3. I think our next big thing is we need to get started on our starter steel setup. And in the next episode, that's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We got our modular frame starter production going. We finished all of tier 3. We also expanded our starter copper plates production, and we got our first coal power setup. In the next one, we're going to get started on steel. We're going to unlock blueprints. We're going to get logistics mark 3, and we're going to finish tier 4. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you guys next time.